bitches? What's up? Wake up. What's up, bitches? What's up? Wake up.
Hello. Can you hear me? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Someone confirm you can hear me. I don't know what just happened. I did not stop that. I did not stop that video. I did not have the good afternoon Daily Dad's afternoon show background on. StreamYard is massive. StreamYard is bugging, y'all. Good morning, card fishing. Good morning, Dylan. I was not ready for this.
What's up, Dom? Happy Friday.
Morning.
Or should I
Jason.
say happy Saturday?
What? No.
Isn't it like yesterday was your Friday, so today's your Saturday?
Yeah, there's some logic there, but that's not how it works.
I'll take some. Thanks.
I was having fun in the background playing the little like sounds like, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere the intro screen just went off and I'm just like standing there. And what's funny is like Ryan does that and like he's just like dancing and listening to the music and I kind of dig it, but I was not prepared for that
What's
at
up,
all.
bitches? What's up? Wake up. It's the morning time.
Morning, Cards. How's it going? Morning,
What
MP.
is up?
Morning, Dylan. So I was listening to Ryan to the playback yesterday. Do you feel like? I feel like Ryan. I know he's a good planner, but I feel like he plans when he plays the sounds as well. That's the feeling I get from the afternoon show.
Yeah, no clue. I don't know.
Maybe. This is a compliment. It's like they all go off at the right time. It's not like he's playing around. It's like he has his own little soundtrack of sound effects. So
I mean, he is the one creating everything. So he does kind of have a plan for where they all go. I think he's got a note card, that sits on his desk, that shows him the segments he wants to do. I don't know how he bagged the bag for 4 days straight. Like that's some back end work right there. She's a busy lady right now, so that's really cool to see them both on there.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I'm glad he's doing that in the afternoon.
Yeah.
I like the little touch point. I wish I could listen live, but it's actually like right during my last class of the day.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's hard for me, but I was able to listen live yesterday. I almost jumped up to hang out, but I was like I was just finishing work and I was at my in-laws' house to load up a bunch of their stuff to take to my house. And I was like, I could just take a break real quick and jump on live, but I jumped on the freeway and headed home. The earlier I get on the freeway to head home, the less traffic there is. So it's like, do I wait 15 minutes and risk like that 15 minutes of waiting and talking with Ryan and Ann and MP to add another 30 minutes to my commute?
Yeah. I don't know. I think about the same thing. I think my energy in the afternoon would probably be different. I remember a few times back in the past we did Dad's After Dark. I was definitely more awake, and my energy was different. I was probably mumbling less. I was probably not repeating myself over and over again a few times. But I'm gonna let it sit. I like that he's carved out that space for him.
Look, if he lasts until your summer break, think about that.
Yeah,
think about how refreshing that might be for you to just like Be
2 a
like,
days.
dad's gonna step away for 30 minutes on a summer break and just get that refresh.
Yeah, we'll
It
see.
could be cool.
What is stored, planned in the future? How are you today, Dom? I'm 8 out of 10. I got some movement in.
Oh, nice.
Finally. Uh, what's the word I'm trying to say? Overdue.
Good
But
stuff.
we're good.
Morning, Bukes. I'm feeling great. I had a good sleep last night, had a good night last night. You know, I snagged some slices and a beer with the guys yesterday, and then uh went home early as opposed to staying late. So I got some office work to do this weekend to catch up for that little thing. But Bailey really wanted Bailey really wanted me to come to her basketball game last night that she cheers for. Um, and so I just figured the earlier I get home, the less I'm gonna feel like wiped out. Uh, and It worked out perfectly. Like I got home, hung out with the little kids. Bailey and I went to the game. It was an amazing game. What's funny is like when the season started, so she's cheering for basketball right now. She was bummed because for some reason, not for some reason, it's obvious reason, but she's on varsity cheer and they're cheering for the varsity boys basketball, whereas last year when she was on JV, they were cheering for varsity girls, and the varsity girls team is they crush. And she was like, it's gonna suck. The boys aren't that good, but I think they've won every game, so they're doing good. They were down by 20 the entire time, and then halftime pep talk, whatever that coach said in that locker room, the boys came out on fire. Got it to a 1 point game in the end of the third, and then in the fourth they just took over, and it was amazing. Like last minute shots. I think they won by 5 or something like that. So it
Mhm.
was dope. And Bailey
Love
and I enjoyed that moment together, and she got to do a bunch of stunts because the main varsity girl was like out, so she didn't take all the limelight, and so Bailey got to do a couple of stunts. One of them I missed. I missed recording, and I chastised myself. I was literally like, this was the time when the boys had like caught up in the third. I was literally sending a text to my wife because she stayed home with the kids, and I was like, "Oh my god, so crazy, this, and this." And as I'm hitting send, I look up, and Bailey's like in this like perfect stunt. That's like one of the difficult ones that she struggles to do, but she was just like perfectly holding it, and like even like looked at me, like noticed I was on my phone not recording, and like
Ah,
smiled, and I was like, fuck. But like we legit locked eyes, and it was hilarious. And then I like right away in the text, I'm like, okay, so writing that text, I just missed Bailey's stunt.
yeah. Yeah, I think I'm sure we've all been there. I
Yeah.
definitely did that with Kira in soccer, trying to videotape her doing something. Um,
Yeah.
she scored off of a direct kick from like outside the 18-yard box in soccer, and I was trying to get it on camera, and I got her set up, but then I stopped recording right before she kicked, and I missed it. And
Oh yeah.
the the good part is that I saw it with my own eyes. Like
Yes. Yeah.
I'm really adamant about experiencing things with my eyes and not through a screen.
That's
Uh,
me too. Yeah.
you go to a kid's event, and it drives me nuts that you see, like, even like my 6-year-old's like musical performances. The things where it's like they sing 2 songs and like they're barely holding it together.
Hmm.
It just drives me nuts seeing like an ocean of cell phones above heads. And it's like it's not it's I mean, I know it's cute, but
Yeah.
man, like, see it with your eyes.
I like the so like in drama, when the kids used to do drama through the the Parks and Rec department, they would hire a professional videographer for each show, and so they would tell everyone, they're like, don't record, like seriously, like we got the recording, it's not going to cost you a lot of money, we're also taking pictures, we'll give you a disc or a thumb drive at the end of the performance, like, and I get it, like there's still, that's more of like widescreen the whole show, whereas like people want to focus in on their own kid and like and see their kid's part and stuff like that, but it is so much better to like just like put your phone down and just like sit there and really like soak in the moment, you know, lock eyes with your kid if that happens, and just not be trying to. I'm definitely one of those people, like my phone's in my pocket, and like unless in in certain situations where like I'm the only parent there, my wife will always tell me like, I need you to record the video.
Mhm.
And I kind of fight her on it. I'm like, I might. I'm like, don't expect anything from me.
Yeah, that's
But I'll
not to
try.
say that I don't enjoy like going back through the pictures
Yeah.
like once in a while. Like,
Yep.
I mean, there's some value in that. I guess I'm just being contradictory here.
Yeah. That's life, dude. Hey, MP, sorry it's cold up there. We're having a weird hot streak right now. Like we literally like I've been turning the heat on in the office in the morning, and then we've been turning the heat on at the house. Yesterday, we ran the AC. It, this state is weird.
Yeah, we just lost our warm streak. We had a windy night last night, and it just blew all the warm air away. Now it's freezing. So who's ever getting that now? Congratulations, MP. I saw you post something about you trying to cancel your gym membership. Yeah,
He
that's
did.
I haven't had to do that in a long time, but man, that is more frustrating than doing taxes sometimes.
Yeah, I'm also wondering about him saying he got the meta glasses.
I tried them.
How
I
that
tried them on
how
in the
that
store. I'm
how
impressed.
that worked. Oh,
Do I want
sorry.
a pair? Not really. I don't think so.
What was that? What was I doing? Um, MP, you want to jump up here and talk? I actually really wanted to talk to you after the show. If you got a minute, let me know. I can invite you up here, and we can talk about something off on air and off air. But I know it's your Friday, but you might not be camera ready if you're just in the basement lifting.
Yeah. Slight pivot. Today's reading, Dom,
Oh, gotcha.
talking about Leonidas in the 300.
Dom, do the
Don't
reading.
movie.
Did you do the reading, Dom?
Always, man.
Cool. I read it last night, and I sat on it. What's up, MP?
What's up?
He does have the baby.
I do have the baby with me.
Yay.
What's up, little lady?
You say hi. You say hi.
Hi.
Yeah.
There she is.
My kids don't say hi when they're on.
Nope.
How's it going? How's it going, MP? What's going on today?
Off day, so all suited up to go freeze outside.
Congrats on canceling your gym membership.
Yeah, it was up in the end of March, but it was like time to just pull the trigger now instead of paying the extra months when I'm not even going to be there.
Yeah.
Was that your wife too?
She does burn boot camp, so she does her own
Okay.
thing.
Got it. I know I've seen you guys doing some stuff together, so I didn't know if it was like same gym.
No,
like
I do.
family membership or-
She has a membership there, so I do like a drop-in class. So it's usually, I think it's usually like $20, but it's because I go there quite a bit. They only charge me like $10 each time, which isn't bad.
Yeah.
And $10
and you're easy on the eyes, so they're like more of that, you know.
$10 a session,
Yeah,
or just $10 a month.
the session,
Gotcha.
but it's maybe 2-3 times a month that I go with her.
Gotcha.
I've been there before. I like the purple.
What's the reading, bud? Let's get back to it.
I was going to give you the floor if you said you had a question, you want to?
Oh, I wanted to talk to him more on the back end about StreamYard and Blaze. Giving our
Oh,
tech spec, like, so our renewal for StreamYard is up, and so Ryan's been bouncing a lot of stuff about that. So I just wanted to kind of see if he had a minute to poke his brain,
Yeah.
or if maybe we just set up a call, the four of us and you and your brother, and you guys can chat us up on it.
Yeah, I can.
I just know that you're off today, and
I'm in South
you
Jersey
tend to.
card. Yeah, I can. He's off today too. Well, he's on call, but he really has a case. Yeah, I can definitely get him and set him up, because we're probably doing a stream later, so we can do it. We can do it before that.
Honestly, it might be best with Ryan.
Mhm.
He's the one who knows everything for us, but I just figured I'd like at least ask. Again. Yep. You're in Philly, right? Isn't that what you said? No, Jersey.
South Jersey.
Mount
Oh, wow, you're
Laurel.
Mount
I
Laurel.
love-
Wow, that's pretty close. That's like 30 minutes for me.
I love hearing
I'm
all
all
these Jersey towns. Very nostalgic for me.
Yeah, because you guys from North Jersey, right?
Morris County, baby.
Yeah, that's all the way up there. I like to say I live in the beer gut of Jersey.
Might as well be Philly, right?
Yeah, pretty
At
much.
least that's what they used to say back in the day, which was 2008.
Back in the day.
Yeah, little return to the reading here. MP, did you read the reading? Did you read the read today
Yeah.
at all? Talking about King Leonidas in 300. Great movie.
Yeah.
I've watched it many times. There's like once every few years, I watch it a few times. Just kind of gets me psyched up, a lot of abs, a lot of sweat. When I don't see a lot of Ryan's abs, this definitely, is a good substitution once in a while. And I read it last night, kind of thinking about it, woke up this morning thinking about it, got to the gym, doing my core workout, staring at my 3.5 pack, and just kind of
That's
thinking
still pretty
about
nice, dude.
just kind of thinking about the wide gap between the Spartans and the 300 and that whole story. A little backstory. Leonidas asked for fathers of living sons, so he conscripted dads that had a family, so they knew what they were fighting for. And I was trying to make some kind of connection to today, because it's like, I think there's a fairly good chance that I will never have to do that. Hopefully. And I was trying to find like a more realistic connection between 2,000 years ago and today. And I mean, we can talk about, world wars, and we can talk about the Civil War, and we can talk about, conquests of countries and all that. But like, what's the battle that we have today? That was kind of the bigger question that I walked away from the reading. And one of the things I thought was, it's like, we're not called to a service besides our work, besides our jobs. And a lot of, the movies we've seen, a lot of the stories we've read about men who go off, it's like they're always called away from the family. They're called away from their wives, called away from their kids for some task, for some greater good. And I think I'm like, how do we flip this? Because like, there's no connection there that I could make. But like, what's the battles that we have to fight? It's like we have Tuckins. MP's carrying around his daughter right now. And I think the reversal here is that throughout history, dads have been called away, whether it's like war or a job or any other kind of task. And then today it's more like we're kind of pushing against that. And now we're showing up. We're taking the call to show up better. and not leaving, whether that's staying at home. We had the pandemic where it's like, quiet quitting became a thing. And it's like, yeah, you might be quitting a job, or maybe you're putting less into a job, but you're putting that energy into your family, putting that energy into your kids, with your partner. And if is it a stretch? I don't know, but I think how it's changed is we're no longer going away to do our duty, where we are now closer to the house, closer to the kids, closer to our partners, to keep that going. That was kind of my takeaway today. So it was a little bit of a contradictory stance to today's reading. First, I hated it, but it was a good mental exercise.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, it's kind of, when it's a reading about war and battle, it's kind of hard to directly relate it. But it's funny. I usually, after going through this will be my full second time. I read usually the last paragraph first, and then I go back and read the whole passage, because that's kind of like Ryan Holiday's takeaway. And it kind of changed my mindset, because it's like, oh, your kids are the ones who you should want to impress. So like, I feel like our battle, our struggle is, it can be kind of whatever you're going through, kind of maybe breaking the mold of being that typical dad that just sits back and goes to work, comes home, eats dinner, sits on the couch. Like, you're being more involved, because for a while, I mean, I'd say when we were growing up, it started to be cool. Like, those dads that were more involved were like the cool dads, and then it kind of went away. But now it's like, I feel like there's a push for dads to, it's cool now, if you know what I mean. Like, before it was like, oh, well, why are you, like, isn't your wife just taking them to like all the birthday parties? Like, why are you doing that? Like, why aren't you staying home and hanging out and just relaxing? And it's more, to me, that's the struggle, is more to like break the mold of, oh no, that's any social events of the wife, like you can just stay home and relax. Like, it's the dad becoming more involved, more open to do the different things. I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to go and be a room parent. It's just, it doesn't work with my schedule. Now, if I had a different job and I wasn't like in the office, yeah, I probably would volunteer my time. And like, I want to be around my kids. I want to, because it's funny, I always say, and I have an argument with my in-laws all the time. I'm like, I think I have about 5 years left with my oldest before he's like, yeah, deuces, I don't want nothing to do with you.
How old's your oldest?
7.
Yes.
So pretty close.
That is how much time you have left, because that's kind of where I'm at with my 12-year-old.
And I tell them all the time, I'm like, I'm their parent. I was like, you're their grandparents. I was like, you probably got about 3 before, like, I was like, it's hard enough for me, like, with all 3 of them to keep up and to do that. Like, I was like, yeah, I can do it because I'm getting it physically fit. I was like, and that's part of the struggle, is like, you need to be able to keep up, or else the kids are going to lose interest in, and you have to have the interest in what they want to do, not just, hey, let's go do this because this is what I like to do. I mean, I enjoy playing Hot Wheels. Do I like to do it for 2 hours straight? No, but
what?
It's what my one kid likes to do. So, I build the track. He puts the cars down once. It's like, all right, take it apart. Let's do a new one. I'm like, dude,
only 2 hours.
I just got that one all lined up and perfect. Yeah. You haven't even tried all the cars on it. What are you talking about? Do it again.
Yeah, and then the other struggle I would say is, for me, is patience. Like, 1, alone, and then 2 is like, I put it in our parents' chat. Like, I'm working on with the kids on building their mother a Valentine's Day gift this year. Both of them after school building Legos on this little desk is very interesting, but it's patience for me, but it's more so I need them to figure out how to work together. So I take up the whole extra part, and I only give them a little bit of room, and they go page by page, and I make them work together, because that's one of the struggles that they're having, is being able to work together, because I don't know if they're close in age, or they're just hitting that point where they want to be a little bit defined with each other. Yeah. But no struggles of war, but it's other aspects of parenthood.
Yeah,
So
I think
the journal question is, what would your kids say you're fighting for? Um, so again, I think he's making the reference of war and what happened in the old days, because he's more of like a historian type of person, looking at the Stoics, looking at the Spartans and stuff like that. But yeah, for me, it was pretty much along the same thing as you guys, like fighting right now for my health, both mental and physical. So like this is the mental, then I'll hop into the gym for the physical. My kids see that. My kids see the gym for sure. They don't see this as much. Haven't quite opened up our YouTube and just left it on the TV all day long. And then the other thing I'm fighting for is balance, like balance between work life and home life. So just kind of what MP was saying too, is like doing the pickups when I can do the pickups, going to the basketball games when I can, anything on Saturday and Sunday, it's like, or Friday even, I'm like, that's all me, man. Game on. So that was the point of the 4-day work week, is just getting 3 days at home. So it's like it's a little bit more balanced if you're talking about like a 50-50 split. Try to be here as much, if not more, hours in the day than home and driving. And I think I'm pretty close. So those are the things that I'm fighting for sure. I mean, in difference to, with Bailey, with my first kid, and having a almost 18-year-old right now, those first five those first 5 or 6 years, I was working longer hours. I was working on the weekends. I was playing video games all night, and I mean, my estimate would be like 2 or 3 hours a day of like parenting compared to now. I never picked up and dropped off Bailey when she was younger from school. I went to all the stuff. I did coach a lot of her teams, but yeah, it's definitely different now.
I was trying to think of some comparison to the actual going out into a battlefield thing. And it's hard. Because it's like it's 2026. Why are we still having wars?
Then the robots.
It's like, well, the robots, I think that's inevitable at some point. And what's that showing up looking like? Getting up on our computers and coding? I don't know. Coding against the machines? I have no idea. But there's one video that really sticks in my mind from the beginning of the war in the Ukraine.
Okay.
First started, like that was absolutely nuts to just see these things in real time. I remember seeing like the first few interactions, and they started, there were videos everywhere. It's like they had like videos on YouTube. Reddit was full of like these first little skirmishes. It was crazy. And I'm sitting there like in my bed watching these things happen, taken from the viewpoint of guys our age with kids having to go to war. And the one video that sticks with me is there was a dad who had to drive to the front line. He was filming himself, and he had two car seats in the back seat that were empty. And he was like in full battle gear. I'm like, God damn it. Like,
Yeah.
will I ever
Couldn't
have to
imagine.
do that? Hopefully not. But that's like I would say that's like the closest approximation that I've seen where like a dad has to actually like gear up and go. Would I do the same thing? I'd like to say yes. It's a hard concept to kind of think about, but I guess that's the bottom line of the reading is like, are you going to lay your life down for your kids? Yeah. I would dive in front of a car firm or, whatever that is. But it's like, would I go to war for a cause I don't believe in? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. So if it means protecting them, probably.
Yeah.
So.
I think if it means protecting them, probably.
Protecting them, yeah.
If it's something outside of that, for me, it's a no.
Yeah,
It's
but
going to
it's
be
like,
staying with them.
yeah, just a little touch point on today. It's like, there's people who are calling for civil war. It's like, do you know what happens in a civil war? If that happens, it's like you're going to be saying goodbye and burying most of your family before,
Yeah.
and the people before you even get to exact your revenge. It's like you're losing everybody. There's no value and there's no valor in talking civil war. It's just, and that might just be an online thing that I run across. It's one of those things, you never meet people in real life. I've never met somebody in real life that's actually talking like that. It's always online. But that's kind of our day today. Yeah.
CMP. He had to go chase. He had to go chase the little one.
Yeah. Dom, any last thoughts?
Do you have any proud parent moments? Because I really want and again, guys, that is Ryan Turner's voice, like 100%. I love you guys can't see this, but like I see the background of Jason like twirling his hair, and you can see the difference in his hair when we came.
Proud parenting moment. Two quick ones. Kira's soccer practices. Our whole family is there. I think that's really great.
Yeah.
And me and Kristen carved out a little bit of time for ourselves last night. Went on a quick date.
Nice.
It was like a date where we were both exhausted. We were like, let's just get out of the house.
Let's just drive a block away and sleep in the car.
Yeah. But no, we went to a little brewery, got some barbecue food. So low stakes, but that's mine.
Good stuff.
How about you?
I kind of already touched on them, but like, seeing Bailey doing her stunts, and then I actually put a video in the parents chat. But I woke up today, I came into the garage, set up my little podcasting area here, and back over there is like the mirror where I like do all my gym workouts and my selfies. And I'm like 90% sure it was Brooklyn, but she took my dry erase marker that I normally like write my workout, and I write like day 70 or whatever on there. She took my dry erase marker and like filled the mirror with like, I love you, be strong, be brave, be kind, like all these little like sayings. So I don't know when she did that, because I worked out pretty late yesterday, like 4 p.m. So it must have been while I was at the basketball game, and I just didn't see it coming back in the garage. So it was like a fun little happy moment that I got to wake up to at 4 a.m. this morning before the show, and like get to see her thinking of me.
Love it.
So yeah, very lovely.
So she sees you in that little battle for your physical.
For the most part, yeah. I mean, they know
And
I
it
do it.
acknowledges it.
I posted on Instagram, and my kids follow me on Instagram, so they at least see it there. If they don't see me actually doing it in person, because they're on the other side of the door.
Yeah, love it. I'm glad they do that. That makes me happy, Dom. That brings me up to a 9 today.
Right, let's go. Jason going into school. Gotta get that work done.
Yeah. All right, folks. Fight your battles
weekend
and be open about it. Share it.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. We will. Yeah, I might come tomorrow. I'm feeling good. I don't have any plans really, but if not, we'll see you on Monday. Thank you, everybody. And no afternoon show today. Ryan's only Monday through Thursday, so we know that now.
If we go till Sunday, Dom, that is show 500.
Oh, if we do like a whole weekend?
That is episode 500 on Sunday. Just keeping that in mind.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what to do.
I don't know. How do we celebrate that? Or do we still whine about still not having Celsius as a sponsor? I don't know. I don't know what we'll do. So
I wish we could go through all 500 episodes and see and like write a report on how many Celsius cameos were in those episodes. Like, you know, in 500 shows, there were 395 Celsius cameos. And that's without even trying. That's just the fact that, like, I'm a diehard.
Retro advertising dollars coming our way. All right. See you, folks. Have a great Friday.
All right, man. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.
See you.
And I forgot. The fuck?
What's up, bitches? What's up? Wake up.